things. We are celebrating Meggy being on YouTube for 8 years. So we're having a big scrappy celebration. Lots of details down below about everybody who's playing along to help her celebrate. And she gave us a sketch to work with. So I showed you that at the beginning of the video. And she also gave us a list of 8 of her favorite things to try and incorporate into our layouts. So I'll kind of touch on those as everything comes up. But so far what I can see on the screen here is using the sketch, using a cut file, using doilies, and using multiple photos. And then it's also the Topsy Turvy video for the month of March. And so Rebecca and I thought to go along with the idea of St. Patrick's Day and Irish Pride that we'd like to do a little topsy-turvy twist on St. Paddy's Day. So we are asking people to document a person, an accomplishment, a creation, whatever it might be, something that you're proud of, someone that you're proud of, and document that, but using all of those fun kind of St. Patrick's Day colors, the greens and the golds and that kind of thing. So this layout is going to be kind of twofold. It's going to use all of Meggy's 8 prompts and the sketch, and then also greens and golds. And I'm documenting the pictures from the day when Fox graduated from kindergarten. All of my proudest moments are, you know, revolving around my kids, to be honest. They really are my pride and joy. But when I was looking through pictures trying to decide what I wanted to use, I realized that the t-shirt that Fox wore on the day of his graduation is his St. Patrick's Day t-shirt. He loved that t-shirt. He wore it all the time. We are Irish, so for him, you know, even in kindergarten, he knew that. So he kind of tied those two things together. And yeah, it kind of was meant to be, I think. So when I saw that, I thought, these are the pictures I'm going with. I think the t-shirt actually says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish," but the word Irish is the biggest kind of word written on the t-shirt. That's what it screams. So I just thought, okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm going with these photos. And I mean, it's such a cute, fun time, and kids are so proud of themselves and get to celebrate themselves. So I thought these were just the perfect pictures. And so you saw there at the beginning, I struggled a little bit with that cut file that I originally wanted to use. That's something that I got from a friend. And I think it's a Paige Evans cut file. I think all of these cut files are. So even the one that you see there now is also Paige Evans. But I wanted that circular shape because that's what's in the sketch. And I have that giant doily. And so I thought I wanted to combine the two. In my head, while I was thinking about how I would put this together, I had envisioned combining the two the way that you saw me doing it, and putting it onto a green background, and that somehow it would just magically come together. And then I thought of using pattern papers, which is another one of Meggy's prompts, to kind of back just a couple of the circles here and there, not the full thing. And then I struggled. It just didn't seem to want to fit right. I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. It wasn't working for me. And I did toy with the idea of cutting just the largest circles, kind of cutting that ring of circles out, or cutting the kind of pie shapes out of the circles. And then I thought, if I start dissecting this whole cut file and I don't end up using it, will I regret that I've, you know, kind of completely taken this whole thing apart? So I looked for something else, and I found this cut file that's just a large, kind of takes up the whole page, but it's all the flowers. And in Meggy's sketch, she has those beautiful flowers coming out from the bottom of the circular element. So it's almost like a wreath. And I thought, if I put the doily, a smaller one, in the center of this cut file, and kind of fill up that center a little bit, then it does have a circular feel to it because all the flowers are kind of going around. So you get that same sort of wreath feeling. So that's what I'm going to go with. But then you also saw I tested it on a couple different green cardstock backgrounds, and I kind of liked them, but I didn't really love them. I don't know. I felt like maybe on the green backgrounds, the cut file stood out almost too much. So I thought, while I'm deciding, I backed my photos using the pattern papers. Those all came from my leftovers from my sampler kits from Scrapbooking Cards Today. I just picked different green patterns that I found kind of going through my leftovers. Backed my pictures, put them to the side, and I thought I'll go ahead and do a little bit of mixed media. That's also one of the prompts, so I might as well go ahead and do that. And I'll cover this whole white background. And if I like it and it works, that's great. If I didn't like it, I knew that I would use this paper, and I never say no to an opportunity to just smush some color around and play a little bit. So I didn't think that I would regret it or that it would go to waste. And it gave me time to kind of empty my thoughts a little bit and just play and relax a little. And then things all started to click after that. So it was kind of nice, and I do end up using this background. And so everything did work out. But I definitely think I'm starting to learn for myself that is something I need to do sometimes. I have these expectations, and scrapbooking doesn't always go that way. And I know I talk about it a lot, and I do say a lot that, my layout didn't turn out the way I thought it might or whatever it is. But I like to share those because I think as creative people, and especially scrapbookers, we can be hard on ourselves sometimes when we have this great idea in our head and we just can't seem to pull it all together with the papers we're using. And so this for me was definitely a great way to kind of just stop fussing so much and stop thinking about it and overthinking about it. I just had fun with all my green stuff. So I used green ink, and I used green watercolors, and I used Heidi Swap Color Shine, and I just smushed, and then I, let the water from my brush kind of pool, and I made these big huge blobs, and it was really fun. And now you can see things are kind of all coming together for me. So I guess in the end, if you were to put the sketch beside this layout, you would probably wonder how it ever kind of inspired what I'm doing. But I do get sort of the basic elements, I guess. I have that kind of round feel. I have more photos, but I kind of put them in the general place that you see in the sketch. That might be about it, actually. But I love how it turned out, and I do get all 8 of Meggy's prompts. So I think in the end, I would call this a success. And really, that's what a sketch is all about. If you've been following 30 Days of Sketches and you're watching all the videos, you know that for a lot of people, that sketch doesn't dictate exactly how their layout is going to work out. It really is just that jumping off point. And then, you get these ideas, but as you start putting your own products together, your own pictures together, you kind of have your preferences for where things go and how you like things to look. Once you get all of that going, you create something unique from the sketch. So it was my jumping off point for sure. Here I'm using a little kind of washi tape sticker that was also in the list. I cut those butterflies from one of the pages that I had from the sampler pack. So I used the green on the other side, but it had these butterflies. That's a Paige Evans paper. That backpack, I was going through some of my little iris containers with random die cuts, and I found that little backpack. I think it's from Pebbles. I couldn't tell you what the collection is, but it's a green backpack, so I thought that's perfect. I pulled it out, but the little word on the backpack said hello, and I thought I could probably find a word that fit a little bit better than hello. So I went through some more of those sampler stickers, and I found the word celebrate, and so I'm trying to pop it right here, but it didn't really fit, and the celebrate kind of, I don't know, it didn't look right. It was off-centered a little bit. So I found this other sticker that says, days like today make life great, and I thought that that fits the whole kind of sentiment really well. In the sketch, it says title with small alphas, and so this is kind of like a small little title as opposed to one of those really large sticker titles that you might get. So I thought that worked really good. And so I just used that to kind of cover up the word hello and tucked the little backpack in behind there. It gives a bit of a different shape too. And then I have the butterflies on there. I also found a little tag, and so that's what's up in that top right hand corner, and I put the word celebrate up there. I was just sort of looking for things that had green on them, but that weren't too specific to any kind of theme or anything like that. And so that little tag up there, and then the butterfly and the word celebrate. And here I'm just fixing the rest of my title. So here I have some tiny green alphas. So I'm just going to put graduation day, really simple, and kind of tuck it in the same general place that you see it in the sketch. I have that little yarn kind of butterfly. I thought that would be really cute. I think that comes from Paige Evans as well, but it came in a sampler pack. And while I was rooting through some of my stuff, I also found those enamel dots that I made using the perler beads. Oh gosh, it's been at least 10 years since I've made those, but they're green. So I put a couple of those in each of the corners, and some gold stickers, not too much, just some little gold leaves and a couple little flowers. I just wanted those little touches of gold kind of peeking out. So there's also some gold sequins and some gold splatters, and then a few little black splatters just to have sort of a contrasting color. And that is it. That's my layout. I really love how this turned out. I like that the cut file is there. You can see it, but the mixed media in the background and then the white background kind of mute it a little bit so it's not so busy. And those little pops of gold just give it some shimmer. And that's it. That's my layout for today. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please go check out all the links down below. Go and visit everyone, show them some love, subscribe, and congratulations to you, Meggy. Until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.